Hello, everyone. Have you ever had that experience? You probably have. I think most people have. You ever had that experience of really wanting to play a particular game? You see some game that you just think looks really cool and you want to play it, and you think, man, that's going to be like such a cool game to play. And then sometime later, you get a chance to play it, and you're just disappointed. You kind of feel like, it really wasn't what I expected it to be. I think we've all had that experience at various points in time. I think I said something like that with Lost in Time. Those of you who've been around for a while might remember I let's played Lost in Time, which was it's a first-person sort of point-and-click adventure by Cocktail Vision, which was published by Sierra. And I remember when I was a kid, I really wanted to play that game, and it just kind of, I mean, it's not a terrible game, but its execution ended up being somewhat less than I expected when I let's played it here on my YouTube channel some years ago. So today I'm going to be featuring two games that are kind of like that for me. They're both very similar games. They're basically, one's basically a sequel of the other. And rather than talking about them at length, let's just go ahead and start them. For this video, I am unusually going to be using a pre-prepared package. Usually when I make videos of DOS games, I go into DOSBox and then I have my own DOSBox configuration. But these games are available online from a website which I guess should remain nameless for this video. I'm not going to name where I got them from, but if you just do a quick search, they're fairly readily available on a fairly well-known website. Because I guess they're pretty much abandonware at this point. And they're available as like a pre-prepared DOSBox package. Like, it's one of those things where it comes with its own copy of DOSBox and its own DOSBox configuration file. So rather than using my own copy of DOSBox, I'm just going to start the pre-prepared batch file that starts the pre-prepared DOSBox configuration here. And I will just need to... yeah, here we go. The one thing that does bother me about this package, or whatever you want to call it, is see that I don't know how visible it is. YouTube actually does a lot of things to try to fix issues like this, so YouTube may actually patch it up. But for some reason, this package comes with a setting that makes it look very interlaced. It really looks like it's interlaced video, meaning it looks like every other video line is black. I think what they tried to do, let me just close this for a bit. I'm just going to close that and fix that in the DOSBox configure. The one thing I'm going to change is that filter. The reason why it looks like that is in the DOSBox.conf file, so in the configuration file for DOSBox, the scaler that they're using is one of the TV scalers. So in DOSBox, there are various scalers that are available, and they do, they have various effects. Some of them... the normal ones, the so-called normal ones, just make the game window bigger. They just expand the game window. So there's normal 2x, there's normal 3x, which makes the game window respectively obviously twice as big and 3 times as big as the base resolution of the game that the game is actually running in, which is useful if you're running a, if you have like a present day computer that has a resolution of like 2000 by 2000 or something like that, or almost something like that, and the game is in 320 by 200 resolution, because then the game is going to run in such a tiny window that it's going to be hard to see. So that's why scalers are commonly used in DOSBox these days. But for some reason, this setup is set up to use the TV3X scaler, which makes, I guess that, I don't really know the point of that. I guess the whole point is just aesthetic. It's just supposed to look cool. It makes it look like you're watching it on a TV, but to me it just makes everything look interlaced. Like I said, I don't know how bad it's going to look on the video, because YouTube automatically sort of tries to fill in a lot of problems like that. It has some sort of algorithm that tries to kind of smooth over problems like that in videos. So it may actually look better than, it may look better in the YouTube video than it did for me. But for me, it just looks terrible. Honestly, I think the TV scaler is terrible. So I'm just going to go into the DOSBox.conf file and change the default TV3X scaler to normal 3X. So it will still scale at 3X, meaning it will still make the game window 3 times the size that it's actually of the resolution that's actually running at, but it won't have that weird interlaced effect. So I'm going to go ahead and run it again. Yeah, that looks way better. Like I said, I don't know how it's going to look on YouTube, but for me, this looks so much better. I guess I'll just let this intro play out for a bit. So yeah, this is European Racers, one of two games that was released in the Power Modeler series, released by Revell-Monogram, which was...
You have your choice of 4 high-tech performance machines. Pick your favorite. You really can't go wrong.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, Revell-Monogram was, and I guess is, best known for their models. Like they don't make actual cars, but they make like little model cars that that are it's a well-known brand among hobbyists. I have to admit that I'm not really familiar with the brand, but I guess it's popular among hobbyists. I think the company like the brand has been sold a couple of times since this game was made, so I think it's now. I think Revell is actually now a German brand. I think it was originally American. I don't know. You can read the history online. I don't know the whole history because I'm not a modeler. Like I don't build models like this, so I don't really know very much about it, to be honest. But they had the idea. Hey, let's make a racing game. Let's make a computer racing game, and it's going to be great because we build models, which means that we know how to make computer games as well, right? We know how to make computer games based on cars. Well, they really don't. This game looked really good in the ads. I remember back in the 1990s looking at, they published ads for these games in some of the major computer trade magazines, and the game looked so good. It's not a bad game. I don't think that it's a terrible game, but it just somehow really feels underwhelming when I think about how hyped I was for the game when I was a kid, and I didn't get to play it until like decades later when I found it on some site offering it as abandonware. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's on offer here. So we have 4 cars that we can choose from. We have the Nazca M12. We have the Bugatti EB 110. We have the Lamborghini LP 500S, and we have the Porsche 911 Slant Nose. So I guess everybody knows what Porsche is. Everyone has heard of Lamborghini. Pretty much everyone has heard of Bugatti, I think. The name Nazca might be kind of a wild card. You might not know what Nazca is. I looked this up. Apparently, it is a BMW brand. So, it's not like Nazca is not the make. It's not the manufacturer. It's actually a BMW Nazca. I don't know why they don't just say BMW Nazca, but yeah, Nazca is not a. It's not to be confused with Mazda, obviously, or anything like that. It's not Nazca is not the manufacturer. It's a sub-brand of some company. I think it was BMW. I might don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was BMW. So what do we have here? We have, assuming this is BMW, then this is a German car. Porsche is also German, of course. Lamborghini is obviously Italian, and Bugatti is, what's the origin of Bugatti? Wasn't Bugatti originally Italian? I don't know. I could look all this up on Wikipedia, but I don't want to slow things down too much. But anyway, so obviously, we have 4 obviously European cars because it's a game about European racing cars. So let's see. What happens if I click on help?
Once you select one of the 4 cars, choose whether you want to go to the garage to build the car model or take the car out for the high-performance ride of your life. You can also look at other models you can build by choosing the Revell or Monogram model catalogs. When you're done with the program, press the exit button.
Okay, so we've got these catalogs back here. So here's the Revell catalog and here's the Monogram catalog. I guess Revell and Monogram were different companies, but they sort of collaborated on this. And so, yeah, so we've got... So these are all the different models that they have. And I'm not going to spend much time here. Obviously, this is more of a... This is more of a thing for modelers, people who build this kind of stuff, which I just never really got into because it can get to be a very expensive hobby. Man, look at these planes. All this cool stuff. Oh, they've got like a kit for the F-14 and stuff like that. I mean, this looks really cool. This is just the kind of thing that I never got into because I didn't really have the time or space or money for it. Street vehicles, wow. Chevy's most popular pick. Oh, it's a Chevy S10. Okay. All right. Anyway, so I don't want to spend too much time on this. I mean, the main focus here is obviously the game, but there is kind of a side hustle going on here with with them advertising their models. So if you click on any of these cars, like I'll click on the Lamborghini, for example.
The Lamborghini LP500S, a monster. It has been referred to as the definitive supercar. Its mid-engine 375 horsepower V12 engine goes from 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. This thing doesn't stay in anybody's rearview mirror for more than a heartbeat. You blink, you miss it.
Yeah. So I think I've talked about stuff like this in the past. I would like to have text. I don't mind the voice necessarily, but I would like to have text along with it. But this was kind of in that stage when CD-ROM was just becoming a thing, and everybody thought that reading is boring, reading is passé, everything has to be multimedia now. So remember when multimedia was a word? So everything has to be either audio or video. You can't just have text. I mean, like I said, again, I wouldn't mind the voice with the text, but not having text at all kind of irks me. So you can click on the different cars here, and you'll have a similar sort of description of the car like that. And you can go to the garage here. But this is kind of misleading because you might think that you can tune the car here. I mean, usually these kinds of garage things let you adjust the car. So it's like they'll let you do things like, change the transmission gearing or change the ignition timing or change what type of tires the car has or, swap out different parts, like maybe change the engine for a different one altogether or change the, the transmission. But no, this garage is basically just showing you how to build the model. So like if you do you want to paint your model? Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, sure, let's make it purple. Why not? But I actually, see, basic tools, model glue, pro tools, sandpaper. Yeah, sandpaper is a pro tool. If you have sandpaper in your house, then you're a pro. I mean, it's not anything about fun facts. That's a really fun fact. Wow, oh, I guess these are the fun facts, maybe. I don't know. What's this Joker car?
LP500 describes this Lamborghini's engine. L stands for longitudinal, meaning the engine runs lengthwise as opposed to across the car's chassis. P is for posterior, meaning the engine is in the rear of the vehicle. The 5 in 500 represents the engine's 5-liter capacity. The engine is an awesome 60-degree twin overhead cam fuel-injected V12 that can rocket the LP500 ahead at speeds in excess of 175 miles per hour.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, really, this so-called garage is not a place where you can tune the car for the game. It's really just a place where you can, we get this exploded view to work here. Speed, let's go. I guess it plays you a video of the car getting exploded, like it plays it in exploded view, like it shows the different parts of the model. Yeah, see, this is the thing, like the garage, again, the garage doesn't let you change anything about the game. It's really just like advertising for their model business, so it really doesn't tie into the driving sim at all. Like this really is, yeah, there we go, now we start getting that exploded view. If you've played Ford Simulator, it's kind of similar to this. I mean, Ford Simulator was basically a series of marketing games from Ford advertising, of course, actual cars, like their actual line of cars. And the reason everybody played it was for the simulation part. But the reason why Ford made the game was to advertise their cars, obviously, to kind of get people interested in their cars. You could get information about the different models of Ford cars and their specs and how you could get in touch with a dealer to possibly buy some of those cars, whatever. So this is kind of the same idea. It's like they really have this focus on their model business. They knew their business. They knew that they were in the model business. They weren't really a computer simulation game company. So there's a lot of focus here on this kind of thing. There was obviously a lot of effort put into getting people interested in their models. But what you really want to do, of course, I mean, the main reason why people were interested in these products is for the simulation part. So this is all of limited interest to us. I think this garage is probably of very limited interest to anyone. So the only reason I want to show this off is because I wanted to kind of, it's there and I wanted to show it. But obviously the real appeal here is going to the driving mode. So let's do that now. And this here pops up. I think you can actually, type your license plate in here. So what should we have in our license plate? I really like that. There's a meme about this license plate. If you haven't seen it, this is kind of a meme because apparently there's an actual car. Like somebody took a photo of an actual car with this vanity plate, and it's like, what does it say? If you're generous and kind of think about it for a while, you might assume that it's supposed to say passion fruit. But I have to admit, when I first saw it, I did not think of passion fruit. I thought of something somewhat less savory. At least most people, I mean, maybe if you're into that, it might be savory for you as well. But I think for most people, it'd be less so. So, it's kind of the natural nature of human beings to sort of focus on the more, let's say, puerile elements of... Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. So we have to choose. So the way that this game works is kind of funny. Okay, let's just choose a course. We want to go to the Stuttgart Screamer, the Zurich Switchback. I'll just start with the Stuttgart Screamer. Why not? That might be kind of loud. You know what? Let me go ahead and just make the game a little quieter. I'm always a little torn with stuff like this because I don't want people to miss out on the music, and the music in this game is not that bad, but I also kind of feel like my voice should be audible, so I don't want to make my voice too loud, but anyway, so the way that this game works is, hold on, let me press, I think the key is W. Yeah, for some reason pressing W brings up this map. So this is an interesting game, or the premise of this game is interesting because the way it works is you have to drive to the track. So you start off on just regular streets. I mean, the goal here is to get to the racetrack and actually race, but to actually start racing, you have to drive on city streets to get to the race track. So, yeah. So we're here driving our Lamborghini. Keys are the basic, arrow keys. So, up accelerates, down brakes, and left and right steers, like that. You can also choose mouse control. If you press M, it says drive with mouse. And yeah, I mean, you can actually use the mouse to drive the car. The right mouse button acts as your accelerator, and you can steer with mouse movement. And I guess left mouse button brakes, but I prefer to drive with a keyboard, so I'll press K for drive from keyboard. What other keys do we have here? I'm just looking. I made some notes about the keyboard keys. So stuff like, if the music bothers you, you can press Q to toggle the music. For some reason it pauses whenever you do that, but yeah, you can turn off the music. You can toggle the music with Q, and sound effects like that engine sound you can toggle with S. There you go. Now it's silent because I've got the music and the sound turned off. You can press V to toggle that rear view mirror. So now the mirror is gone, and now it is there. And H switches between manual and automatic transmission. Oh yeah, and you're talking about the transmission. If you're using an automatic transmission, interestingly enough, there is a reverse function here, but you have to press R to do it. So in normal driving mode like this, up accelerates and down brakes. But in most driving games, if you keep pressing down, or if you press down after you stop, that'll make you reverse. But no, here you have to press R to get into reverse, and now I can reverse using the back arrow. And pressing up actually brakes in that situation. And if I press up here, I cannot drive forward. I have to press D to go back into drive mode. And now I can drive forward like that. I think that's most of the keys that you need. So let's go ahead and I'll turn the music back on as well. It's not bad. It's not the best music I've ever heard, but it's kind of okay techno music. Alright, so let's try getting to that track. Let's see if we can make it to the track. So there are a few challenges here. I mean, the usual sort of driving game challenges. Obviously, you want to not hit anybody. Collisions will negatively impact your car's condition. You have the damage meter at the top there, so hitting things will increase your car's damage, and if it gets too damaged, then that's it. It's game over. If you get slightly damaged, you can stop at those gas stations. Those red things, those gas stations, you can stop at a gas station, and gas stations will offer repairs. And there's no money here, so you don't have to pay for repairs, but you pay with your time, because that timer is counting down. You need to get to the racetrack before the... Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing that always happens to me. I get too exuberant with my driving, and then I end up driving off the road. And you can see that did me a little damage. The longer you stay off-road, the more damage you get. So let's actually stop at this gas station here that's coming up. So you just have to stop at a gas station, you just stop in front of these gas pumps here. I'm just going to drive in like this and stop here. Like so. Theoretically. Come on. There we go.
Well, friend, what can I do for you? Gas her up? Maybe you need some repair.
I could use both of those, actually. I need a little bit of repairs and a little bit of gas. Yeah, this game... Again, you know, it was that time. It was that time when everything had to have these video clips. Everything had to have these little full-motion video clips of amateurish actors acting for the game, because if you didn't have that, then it wasn't considered a modern game. People thought, well, that's boring if you read the dialogue. So they just had these sort of amateurish actors doing these silly little, like, 10-second video clips, and they thought that would make it a great game. It kind of reminds me of... I always think of SimCity. You know, SimCity was such a great game when it first came out. I mean, it still is. It is a great game. You know, it's one of the greatest sort of computer strategy games of all time. Even though, by today's standards, its model is very simplistic, but still, it was a great game, and is a great game. But remember if you've played the CD enhanced version of SimCity, it was kind of disappointing to me. Like, I wanted to play the CD version, and when I finally did, it's like, yeah. Okay, so you get little video clips that pop up, like when when there's too much traffic, then you get this traffic guy, like this guy who pops up and keeps giving you the same video clip of this guy complaining that traffic is bad. And if there are problems with the fire department, then you keep getting the same guy in a firefighter's uniform who complains about the fire department. Like, you just keep seeing the same video clips, and it just kind of gets tiresome after a while. Just the novelty wears off after a few minutes. So the novelty of this, like this guy coming up to you and saying, hey, what can I do you for? Like, the first time you saw it, maybe it was like, oh, that's cool, full motion video on my computer. But after the first couple of times, it just gets boring. So let's go ahead and, let's see, repairs. So yeah, see, I'm paying with time. There's no money, but the more you let the repairs go on, the more time you lose.
Well, repairs are done. Try and keep it on the road this time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, okay. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I went off the road.
My pump's a little slow, so you tell me when to stop.
So you can stop ahead of time, but I mean, I might as well just get a full gas tank. Might as well. We've got 8 minutes, I think. I think that should be enough time.
That's all gassed up. These babies really drink the gas, huh? Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. All right, here we go. So there we go. We got the car fixed up. We got the car gassed up. We are back on the road. We are on the road again. Trying to make it to that racetrack. Yeah, see, there is a little bit of traffic in this game. There's not much traffic here, but occasionally you do get traffic like that, and you do want to be careful not to hit them, because on the easiest setting, which I'm playing on now, you can survive a head-on collision. Like, if you just smash head-on into that car, my car would survive. It would take a fair bit of damage, but it wouldn't get destroyed just by one collision. Oh yeah, that's another problem that we have. Police. If you're going full speed, you can just outrun the police. So I'm just going to keep going, and I should lose that police car behind me eventually. eventually. There we go. See? I lost him. And of course, if the police officer catches you, then your main punishment is having to watch another one of those video clips of some hammy actor playing a cop and acting silly in front of the camera because he's pretending to be a cop for a video game. So, yeah. The game is pretty generous with its time limit on the easy... Oh, here, okay, here's another cop. Let's go ahead and let the cop catch us just so we can see the, video clip.
Okay, Mr. Custom Tags. You pull a stunt like that again, and you will be making custom license plates for the other good people of this state for a long time. Do you hear me? This one is really gonna cost you.
I made it a little louder just so you could hear the, the voice acting. Oh man, that guy really wanted to act. That guy was like, this is exactly where you use the reverse thing. Let's reverse because I missed the turn off that I wanted to turn off onto. That guy really wanted to act. That guy was like, this is the sole performance of my life. I really want to, yeah, that's the thing. A lot of these FMV games, you know, they didn't have professional actors. They had just some random people who put on some funny costume, and it was like these... They didn't really know what to do, so they just hammed it up for the camera, and it's... In retrospect, it is very, it's very amusing. Oh, I hit that tree. Yeah, see? And that explosion sound effect plays, and it's like... That's basically what happens if you hit a car as well. Like, you hear that explosion, and you can see I survived. Like, I didn't, my car is damaged, but it's not destroyed. Which way am I... Okay, I'm going the right way. Alright, let's see. I think we'll make it to the racetrack. I'm gonna, try to avoid any other mishaps. He says as he drives onto the grass again. I mean, yeah. It's, Oh, here come the police again. Alright, let's see. Can we outrun the police? Can we make it to the racetrack? Can we make it? Hey, I think we made it.
It doesn't get any better than this. The Lamborghini Challenge is about to crank up, and we at Race Central are going to bring you every awesome second of competition.
Alright, so... I don't know why... Hold on, do I? Oh, I see. Okay, so I can refuel. I can... Okay, let's... Should I change tires? Let's change tires. Yeah, let's do slick tires. Why not? Alright, what else can I do here? Oh, I can choose... Okay, I see. So I can actually change the... Okay, so this is where you can actually pimp out the car. This is where you can do stuff like change the transmission and the tires and things. Oh, I just... Okay, automatic or manual. Okay, I was expecting a little... For some reason, I was expecting a little bit more. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. So the only real options are change the tires, manual or automatic transmission, and I guess I can refuel. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and say full and continue. I wonder if it actually... I'm wondering why you wouldn't choose a full fuel tank. Does this game actually simulate like the weight effects of having too much fuel in the car? I don't know. Anyway, I guess let's turn the game. Let me turn the game volume back down a little bit just so it's not too loud. And let's go ahead and say hit the track. Do I want to practice? It's qualified. Let's just go right to it. All right, cool. So yeah, my car still has a little bit of damage, but hopefully I can survive this qualifying lap. Actually, I probably won't. I'm probably going to blow up the car in qualifying. And this is where you really need to. This is where you really need to drive with speed, man. I mean, this is the real thing now. This is not driving on city streets anymore. This is my qualifying lap. I got to go fast. Got to go fast. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. Drove into that sign. That was not good. I think my qualifying lap is not going very well. I need to avoid hitting things during my qualifying lap. That would be a good idea. Oh, too much damage. There we go. Well, that was that.
Hey, you better pay more attention to racing, unless you want to pick up this broom and give me a hand. I can always use the help.
Okay. Gosh. That's, let's never speak of this again. So yeah, I think the music actually changes based on which track you choose. So if we choose the Zurich switchback, yeah, this is pretty good music. Kind of like, wow. I'm actually really digging this music. It kind of reminds, you know what it reminds me of? What's it called? Get Ready for This by, what's the band called? Two Live Crew? No, it's not. No, it's not Two. It's not Two Live Crew. It's Two Unlimited, I think is the name of the band. I'm actually really liking this music. Kind of like Euro. I mean, it's European racers. Of course, they have this sort of Euro dance kind of thing going on. How do I get to that green dot up there? I don't even know. Trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get there because those. Like those things over there are bridges. Like if I just go straight up and then turn right, that's I'm gonna go over or under a bridge, but I'm not gonna have. All right, let's just drive. Let's just drive. Just drive. And you know the thing is, I really don't know what I would have or should have expected from this game, because it's like gosh. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out which way to go, because it's like there's not really a clear path to the racetrack, so it's like, which path should I take? The thing about this game is, playing it now, it's like, I'm actually having some fun. Like, it actually seems, it's kind of fun. Like, I'm liking this concept. Like, this is really unique, this concept of having to drive to the racetrack. Like, this combination of, like, you know, most racing games just start you on the racetrack, but this idea that you have to drive on city streets to get to the racetrack. I'm probably going to get caught by the cops because I'm going to have to go around this curve here now. I'm going to have to slow down for the curve, and these cops are probably going to... Oh, not yet. Okay. Oh, actually lost him. Okay, interesting. Was not expecting to lose him that easily, but okay. So I guess if I... Yeah... Okay, I'll just go left here, why not? Try not to hit that tree. And I guess what I can do is I'll take the next right, and then that should take me... Okay, alright. So I'll turn right here, and that should put me in a position where I can go around and get to the racetrack. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight through here and then turn right when the road turns right, which is right about here. Oh, I braked a little too late, but actually it didn't go too badly. Went better than I expected it to go, to be honest. You do also want... You know what, let me go ahead and stop at this gas station here. Oh. Alright, let's get caught by the cops, why don't we? Let's go ahead and allow ourselves to get caught.
Afternoon. Need directions to the airport, maybe? You look like you're just about ready for takeoff. May I suggest that you either slow down or speed up just a little, put your arms out the windows, and be a real rocket?
Imagine that there was a time when this was considered the pinnacle of electronic entertainment. Like, people seriously thought that this was like, wow, this is cool, this is high tech.
Well, friend, what can I do for you? Gas her up? Maybe you need some repair.
Yes, I do. Let's get both, so.
I'll get started and fix whatever you got time for. Yell when you want me to stop. Had a bad tire there. Replaced your headlamp. Straighten out that bumper. If it's...
That's got you fixed up. So, you may want to hit the button.
And let's go ahead and get gas.
My pump's a little slow, so you tell me when to stop.
It's good that I got gas here because I was actually at less than a quarter of a tank. If you run out of gas on the road, it's also game over. You can run out of gas while driving, and then it's a total game over, so.
Got you all gassed up. These babies really drink the gas, huh?
They sure do.
Anything else?
They sure do, sir. Let's get out of here. All right. Back on the road, we are continuing to the racetrack. Yeah, playing this game just kind of disturbs me a little bit because it seems so underwhelming compared to how cool I thought it would be. You know, looking at the ads in magazines, the game looked so cool. And now when I think about it, when I play this game now and kind of think about it, I'm just like, what was I expecting? That's the thing. Like, there's nothing really specifically wrong with the game other than that incredibly cringy acting. Like the acting really, the acting is very, very bad. But aside from that, the game itself is like, what was I expecting? You know, it's a perfectly passable DOS, you know, mid-90s DOS driving model. I mean, it's nothing super special. It's not the best driving game I've ever played, but it's a serviceable driving game, you know. I mean, the graphics look okay. Music's pretty good. I like the music. Sounds not bad. The physics of the driving model feel okay. I mean, they're not super great, but they're, you know, they're okay for the time. It's kind of like a hard driving, except without the hard part, or the driving part, or the hard driving part. But I mean, honestly, like, it's not that bad. It's just like, every time I just think about this game, I'm like, what was I expecting?
Hello everyone, Race Central coming to you live today from the Zurich Switchback. This racetrack has never looked more challenging, more impressive. We could see racing history made today.
That guy is very optimistic about our prospects for racing here. So, do we want to change? Yeah, let's change the tires. I mean, I guess slick tires are supposed to be the best tires for racing, allegedly. And sure, let's go ahead and gas up. Also, I burned up a quarter of a tank just driving here. All right, let's hit the track. Let's qualify. I mean, I'm not going to qualify anyway, but it's fun to pretend. Let's act like I actually might. Yeah, I think what disturbs me about this game the most is just that it's kind of like a metaphor for life, because life itself is kind of like the same thing. It's like, what did you expect? Like, did you really think it was going to be the way it played out in your imagination? Like, you know, you've got this big world to move around in. And the physics are about as good as you could expect. What else did you want? What was I expecting? I don't know, man. I really don't know what more I could want. Like, it's really not that bad. And yet somehow it just doesn't really... It just doesn't quite live up to my expectations that I had in my head. And I really don't know why. I can't explain why or how or what I wanted. But in the end, I just somehow feel dissatisfied. That's why I say it's kind of like a metaphor for life. I'm actually going to successfully qualify. Was that the end of the qualifying lap? I feel like that was the end of the qualifying lap. Or maybe not. I don't know. Is there more than one qualifying lap? Hold on. Oh, W's... Oh, not even close. I'm only halfway through. Okay, W still gives you this map. That's nice. Nice that they... I like the map. I appreciate the in-game map. That is something that I very much appreciate in pretty much any game. In pretty much any game, I appreciate an in-game map, so I do appreciate having an in-game map here. I don't know, I felt that the track was so small. It seemed a little bit short for a track, but I thought, wait, is that the end? Because... You know, there's no... I mean, I guess one complaint that I could make is that everything looks so samey. Like, no matter where you are on the track, it all looks the same. All the scenery looks the same. You have the same trees, you have the same looking signs. There's really no distinctive landmarks. So they definitely could have made the game world a little more distinctive, have it a little bit more in the way of distinctive locations and places and stuff. I mean, that's one complaint that you could level at it, but, you know, a lot of DOS games at the time were like that. I mean, most driving games at this time didn't have fully, you know, it wasn't Grand Theft Auto. This was still years before Grand Theft Auto, so it's not like you had a fully realized city with different locations and different characters and stuff. I mean, there was Vet. Some of you might remember that game Vet from, I think, like 1989, something like that. And that tried to simulate pretty much all of downtown San Francisco with limited success, but it wasn't bad. Like, it was a pretty good game for its time. There we go. I actually qualified. Wow. Oh. Wow. I actually came in second. I actually came in second in the qualification. I was not expecting that. All right. All right. Let's race. See what happens. How many laps are we racing for? I don't even know how many laps we're racing for. Is it just one lap, or do we have multiple laps? You know what? I've never gotten this far in my life. Hold on, let me... I turned off the rear view mirror because the game was lagging a bit. I have never gotten this far in my life. I have never actually gotten to the point where I actually needed to race. So, oopsie daisy. That's probably gonna... Yeah, that's probably gonna do me in. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we can... I crashed on the... Okay. Well, I was so hopeful. Like, I got farther than... Yeah. Too much... Yeah, alright. I never got as far as actually racing.
Look, Bucko, you're never going to win a race if you can't even finish one. That was ugly. But I've seen worse. A little more practice, who knows? You might be a winner yet.
What happens if I click help? I want the help of getting rid of this guy's face on my screen. Okay.
Hey, cheer up. You can always go back to the dealership and try a different car, or you could choose a new track and drive to another racetrack. Maybe you should go back to the pits and give this racetrack another shot. You can't be any more humiliated than you already are.
I literally said I wanted help getting this guy's face off my screen, and I got literally exactly the opposite of what I wanted. All right, that was European Racers. I'm going to go ahead and close it now, and I'll move on to the other game, which I believe European Racers was the first. I'm actually not quite sure about the timeline. I believe that European Racers came first, and then shortly after that came the next game. You know what, just before I start, let me go ahead and fix that DOSBox configuration thing. I'm going to go back into the DOSBox configuration, look for the scaler, and once again, I'm going to change the TV3X scaler to, say, normal 3x. I appreciate you can't see it. I'm not actually showing that part on the screen, but just know that I'm going into the DOSBox.conf file and changing TV3x to normal 3x. All right, let's go ahead and just run start.bat, and I think I will need to... Oh, no, OBS picked up on it. Backroad Racers.
Hello, my friend. How are you? Hi. This little piece of automotive heaven is Muscle Motors. You look like you got an eye for quality. We got 4 monster muscle machines on the lot today. Each one is a road ripper. So choose your weapon. Which one can I strap you into today? Talk to me, babe.
Yeah. Even without the video, just the audio is... Okay, so what do we have here? We have a 1971 Hemi Cuda. We have a... we have a 70 Boss 302 Mustang, we have a Malibu SS Pro Street, and we have a 67 Chevelle SS 396. I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Okay, pal, got your car selected? Then it's Choice-orama time. So you want to go to the garage and build a car model of this baby? Or take your new wheels out on the road and wind them out some, eh? You can also check out the other models you can build by choosing the Revell or Monogram model catalogs. And hey, babe, when you're done with the program, press the exit button, all right? Okay.
Nice of them to tell us that you can press exit when you're done to exit, because otherwise I wouldn't have known what the exit button is for. So yeah, back here again, we've got these Revell catalogs. Is it the same catalogs as the other game? It looks similar. Oh, here's an ad for the... Hey, cool. So, interesting. So this is the game we just played. So, I guess they were planning to have... Oh, and this is... Oh, okay. The package said Muscle Machines, but the game... Okay, but that's actually this game. This is Backroad Racers. And it looks like they were actually planning... Okay, so they were actually planning a flight simulator. They were actually planning a flight simulator follow-up to this, which I'm pretty sure was never released. I feel fairly certain, at least I've never seen it. Pretty sure this was never released. This was just in planning. I guess they were disappointed by the sales of these two games, and you can kind of see why. I would have liked to see the flight simulator that came out of this, because I'm more into planes than cars. I mean, I like cars, but I like cars, but I love planes. I love flying, so I really would have liked to have seen the flight simulator that came out of this, but that never happened. But yeah, so we've got the series of computer games. In other words, we have these, these models that we were looking at before. Oh, they made a model of the A6. Who wants to build an A6? I mean, nothing against the A6, but it's not a very glamorous plane. It's not a very beautiful plane, not a very glamorous plane. Anyway, so this is like the same catalog that we saw before, I guess. And here's the Monogram catalog with, again, yeah, same kind of stuff that we saw before. What kind of planes do they have here? B-52, wow. What is this? Is that a, oh, it's a P-61, wow. Interesting. Okay, so, yeah. So, catalogs were there just like before. There's the garage back here where you can, again, I think this is, like, again, you're not really tuning your car in this garage. You're just getting information about their models that you can buy in real life. I don't know, man. I don't know anything about old muscle cars. Let's just go with the, Mustang. Why not? I'll just click on the Mustang.
Oh, baby, baby, baby! This is one honey of a street rod. A limited production version of the 1970 Boss Mustang 302 Road Racer. It's got a 5-liter V8, a modified high-performance suspension, an extra-large carburetor, and brother, can it turn out the RPMs. Let me tell you, this baby cooks!
I want to avoid clicking on different cards because I don't want to listen to this guy's voice anymore. So let's just go into the sales trailer here.
Like to have a flashy custom license plate? Sure you would. Time to create the last thing your competition's ever gonna see, huh? Am I right? Key in up to 7 letters or numbers, then press continue, and you're out of here, babe.
I can understand saying this is the last thing they'll see of you, but saying this is the last thing they're ever going to see kind of implies that they're going to die after they see me driving away from them, which kind of makes me wonder. I mean, I'm assuming that was not the intent, but it kind of reminds me of Interstate 76, where it's like, you drive by and shoot guys with your... Anyway, let's go ahead and... oh, wait, no, it wasn't that. It was... There we go. That's what it was. Yeah, I think I misspelled it last time. It was, yeah, passion fruit, or maybe something else.
The sales trailer, where dreams become reality. Hey, come in, look around. I'll take care of the forms, no prob. Those faces on the wall, all my customers, the monsters at a muscle car circuit. You look like a racer. Check out those maps, huh? All right? Okay.
So you can't actually click on anything in, like, all this stuff down here is just window dressing. You can't click on any of this stuff here. Oh, you can... Oh, okay, here we've got parts. Can I think I can change my parts,
This is your basic, top-of-the-line supercharger. Really kicks up your engine's horsepower, capiche? With the extra top speed this gives you, you'll really be smoking those straightaways. Hubba hubba!
Yeah, okay, cool. So this is just telling you about the parts, but it doesn't actually let you
You
tune
can really pick them. I mean that. Your supercharger's all set. You rule the road, baby.
Thanks. So here you can see, so basically just as in the previous game, there are 4 race tracks, and there are 4 people you're going to race against. So you can see them here, for example, I click on this person here.
There she is, the pride of the mountains, Billie Jean, the piston queen. Kind of pretty in a clutch-popping sort of way. But pretty is as pretty does, and this pretty lady and her mountain clan won't think twice about sending you to the scrapyard. She really knows how to handle her souped hemicuda. And like I said, she don't take too kindly to strangers.
Yeah, so...
Not a pretty sight, is he? This is the Bayou Badman, Catfish Louie. This guy is dangerous, shifty, evil, treacherous, and he smells like a catfish. I think eating all those strange crawfish and things have made him mean. But he'll run you into the swamp in a heartbeat in that hot Malibu SS Pro Street of his. Watch your back.
That pit hair is not doing him any favors. And yeah, of course, we will have to see full motion video clips from these drivers talking smack against us as we race against them. Yeah, that's something we will have to suffer through. All right. So clicking here...
Okay, babe. Looking good out there, babe. Looking good. Pick another racetrack to drive towards and prepare to make racing history, all right? Okay.
All right, okay. Let's go ahead and just choose the... Let's race against the lady. She's probably the least egregious of the people here.
This is it, guy, where the rubber meets the road. Your timer is counting down, and when it's gone, so are you, babe. Got it? Then move it.
Here we are. Where's the music? There we go. Yeah, it's even some kind of bluegrass or... I don't really know what they were thinking, to be honest. I mean... I have nothing against rednecks. Like, I'm not... Whoops. Okay. Need to be a little more careful when driving here. View an instant replay of your crash. Okay. There's somebody behind me, I guess. There's somebody... Yeah, there's somebody behind me trying to get past. Return to game, please. Alright, here we go. I need to be a little more careful. Need to be a bit more careful when driving.
Ever done any mountain racing, sugar? Well, there's a saying up here. If the local altitude won't get you, the local attitude will.
Oh, what a saucy lady. I don't know. I don't really know what what their marketing department was thinking, because the whole European racers thing was like, okay, it's not bad. You've got these cool European cars, and the scenery is not necessarily distinctly European. I mean, it could be anywhere, just this big open space. But they thought, you know what we really need? We really need a game about racing muscle cars against redneck hillbillies in the deep American South, because that's what really represents, I mean, again, I have nothing against rednecks. Like, I respect farmers and rural people. I'm not saying that everyone has to have a PhD from Harvard. You know, good people. I mean, country people are good people too. So I don't have to specifically have anything against the demographic that we're seeing represented here. But is this really what people want to play as a computer game? Like, I'm skeptical as to the market of this. I mean, how many games are there that really strongly feature, you know, Deep South, like Heartland Americans of this demographic? I mean, the only other game I can think of is Redneck Rampage, that of course, you know, prominently featured such characters. But I don't think Redneck Rampage was a big hit. I don't think it was very successful because it wasn't the kind of demographic that gamers really wanted to see in their games. So here we have the...
Just stay out of my way, honey bunch. That way nobody gets hurt.
Oh. That's nice. That's cool. Alright, cool. Alright, that makes me very happy. Pressing escape is not doing anything. I'm pressing escape and it's not aborting the program. Okay, well, I crashed in more ways than one. Okay, let's try this again. Let's give this another try. Can I skip this? Okay.
Hello, my friend. How are you? Hi. This little piece of automotive heaven is Muscle Motors. You look...
Yeah, okay. Pressing... I need to press escape several times to cut the guy off, but if I press escape several times, it makes him shut up. Let's choose a different car this time. Let's choose the... Man, I don't know. Sure, let's go with the Chevelle.
Oh, this is so hot, it burns my eyes just to look at it. The 67 Chevelle SS396. Some people call it the muscle car. Hey, no wonder. Its 396 cubic inch big block V8 can move this machine like a cheetah chasing lunch. You get what I'm saying? I think you do.
Actually, I really don't get what you're saying, sir. I kind of lost the thread of this conversation from the moment you started talking, and I would appreciate if you would stop trying to speak to me. I think that would be the best outcome for all of us. Okay.
Like to have a flashy custom license?
Shut up. Yeah. There we go. Passion fruit. Okay.
You picked a beauty, a cream puff. Detroit cried when that car left the factory. Come in my sales trailer and let's make it official. I'll push the paper, you check out the legends. They're over there on a wall. Gave them all their starts. Look at the map if you want to see some killer race courses.
What I really want is for you to stop talking.
Okay, babe. Looking good out there, babe.
Okay, pressing escape makes him shut up. Let's go with the treacherous tidal wave this time.
Showtime! Let's see what...
I didn't even press escape, he just stopped talking of his own accord. Alright, I'll go ahead and turn down the audio just a little bit and start the music. Okay. This is very different. This is not backroad racing, this is beach racing. This is suddenly it's like Outrun or something like that. This is pretty... Music's not bad, honestly. I mean, it's pretty stereotypical sort of cheesy sort of beach rock for people who drive fast cars on beaches, but oh.
Back
Barf Blossom. I'm the wind chill factor, the nuclear glow. I'll snuff you major league. Ha!
I'm very unhappy about that. When I look back on my life, the worst moments of my life will be the moments that I spent watching the clips from this game. It's like the worst thing that will ever happen to me in my life. Everything else about this game is passable. Everything else about this game is like, yeah, you can kind of see what they were doing. Like, it's not bad. It's just, it's really not too bad. Like, these, you know, these scenes are just too samey. Oh, here come the cops. Alright, let's see what the police look like in this game.
You got a hunka burning car, my friend. Money burning a hole in your pocket, too? This ticket's $75. Even the king shows don't go for that kind of money. Uh-huh.
Really? 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 Oh no. Alright, that actually didn't go. That went better than I expected it to. I braked too late, but I actually still... Oh, here comes another cop car. Whoops! Oh wow, the police actually set up a roadblock. I believe that was a police roadblock. Units revive your crash. Okay, sure. Alright, return to game.
You tried to evade an officer of the law. Now you got to pay the price. And don't give me no lip. That's my job.
Really just feeling my will to live being sapped by these video clips. You know what? I'm actually going the wrong way here. Wait, what am I doing here? I want to take this left here now and go this way. And, yeah, and then we can just... Oh, wait, I wanted to... Okay, let's stop at this gas station here, because I think I'm probably low on gas, so let's... Oh! I ran out of gas just as I was saying, let's stop at the gas station.
Can't even make it to the track go, Jacko? Maximum choke factor.
Okay. I'm sorry. I can't bear this anymore. The rest of the game is not so bad, but just watching those... Yeah, I'm sorry. Just watching these clips is just no. I'm sorry. I can't stand this anymore. I gotta stop at this point. This has been European Racers and Backroad Racers, two games which were, as far as I know, not very successful. You can kind of see why. I mean, again, you know, looking back on them, cringe voice, not voice acting, but video acting aside, they seem like okay games. They seem like passable games, but there just wasn't really anything to distinguish them at a time when there were already lots of driving games available. So it's just like, they're okay. The concept is not bad. Like, the concept of having a few, you know, muscle cars and European supercars is kind of cool, but there were already games that did this. There were already countless games that let you drive Lamborghinis and Porsches and things like that. It wasn't anything new. And, you know, there just wasn't really anything to distinguish these games. So it was really more like just a marketing gag by these guys to advertise their models, and the driving portion was just like in Ford simulators. Like, there was a driving game, but it was just kind of like an afterthought for them, and it wasn't bad. It just wasn't really anything that you'd play for very long before getting tired of it. So, yeah. I don't know. my reaction is just so neutral. That's the thing. Like I wish I could feel something. I wish I could either love these games or hate them, but I just can't do either. Just at the end, I'm just kind of like meh, you know, meh, not bad, kind of fun for a few minutes. Kind of had some nice experiences with it, and then it's just kind of like, I'm done with it. Anyway. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been, once again, European Racers and Backroad Racers. Hope that you enjoyed watching. Take care of yourselves. Drive safely out there. Or if you don't drive at all, then do whatever you do safely. Whatever you do, do it safe. Be safe and stay healthy. And be prudent and wise and careful and cautious, because YOLO and your health is important. And I don't know where I'm going with this, so I'll just say goodbye. So take care, everyone. Ta-ta for now. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.